Hi Aries, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading. We're doing the 20th to the 26th of May 2019. Hope you all had a really good week previously. So for your reading, guys, we're using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake. We're just going to get one card from here to see what it is that you need to focus on for the week. We're also going to use this for the final reading at the end, the final 5 to 10 card reading, to see what else is coming in. For the body of the first reading, we are using the Modern Spellcasters Tarot by Melanie Marquis. And just to get some spiritual advice for the week, we're using the Kyle Gray Angel Prayers. Alright, let's make a start, guys. So, Universe Spirit, what is it that Aries needs to focus on between the 20th and the 26th of May 2019? What is it that they need to focus on, or what is it that they will be focusing on? Show me. So, the Tower. So breaking free from a structure is what you need to be focusing on. When you get the Tower, I think the Tower, personally, for me, is one of my favourite cards within the tarot, sorry. Because if you think about the Tower, you know, on this card here, can I see people falling from it? Well, I can't see anybody falling from this particular Tower, but you can see on this particular card, on this particular depiction, it looks like the Leaning Tower of Pizza in a way, this tower does. It's made of stone, it's not very sturdy, it's not very safe, and it's not stable, and it's literally just falling to pieces. It's just falling into rubble. And you know, the focus when you've got this Aries, I think Aries, you're ruled by Mars, aren't you? I think that might be the planet of war. And I feel that what's going on here, Aries, is that there is something perhaps in your life, and it doesn't have to be love, or it doesn't have to be anything that you would kind of, you know, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there with the whole kind of love thing. If love shows up, it shows up in the reading, but it's just in general overview, there's something I think for you guys, Aries, that is unstable here, because the focus needs to be about breaking free. So, okay, there's a couple of things really. Let me put this succinctly, okay? Number one, with the Tower, you're breaking through of a structure. So when you break free of a structure, it simply means that maybe there is something very ordered, but it's become boring. There's no risk, there's no spontaneity. Things are very much kind of run-of-the-mill, very humdrum, very mundane. And sometimes with the Tower, it's good to shake things up a little bit. So the focus for the week could be on shaking things up a little bit. Maybe things have become a little bit samey, and you need to kind of do something a little bit different. You know, you need to kind of, there's organisation amidst chaos as far as I'm concerned, because the Tower is all about chaos, but sometimes we need to create the chaos, okay, especially if we want to change things. So for some of you guys, Aries, for some of you, life has become a little bit boring. It's become a little bit humdrum. Let me just turn this down. I forgot that I might have had that turned up. Sorry, guys. It might have become a little bit humdrum, and there is a need to kind of just change things up and change things around. For some of you guys, literally your foundation isn't particularly stable. And therefore, if the foundation isn't stable, it's important now to jump ship, because the Tower is also a card about jumping ship. For example, a business, a company that you work for, and it's not making much money, and you just know that you're about to be made redundant, or you know that they're getting rid of people. Well, in a way, with the Tower, it's all about preparing to move, preparing to leave a situation that isn't particularly stable. So if you work within a company and you can see that, you know, the company looks a bit volatile, then it's important with the Tower energy to make preparations beforehand, to leave, to jump ship. And jumping ship has a negative connotation about it, but it's not really negative if something isn't going to go in your favour. So some of you guys, you do need to focus on preparing to jump ship from a situation that is no longer serving you. The Tower for me is also a card not just about breaking free from a structure, but it's all and also kind of escaping a situation that isn't particularly stable. It's all about bringing something down. So it's all about kind of things being disarray, things crashing, so that we can start to rebuild. So for some of you guys, it is an important week to focus on how you deconstruct something in your life, because the Tower is all about deconstructing something that, again, doesn't have a strong foundation, so that you can start to rebuild it. It's just like putting your makeup on for you ladies and looking in the mirror and saying, I don't like that, that doesn't look very good, I think I'll take it off and I'll start again. It's all about trying to rebuild stability. So the focus for some of you guys this week might be on rebuilding with the Tower. But this is going to be down to you guys, okay? Because I think that the Tower is, I'm sure that the Tower rules you guys as well. It rules Scorpio as well as Aries. I think this is definitely your card as well. It's not just a Scorpio card, it's also an Aries card. So this is actually your major card as well. That's representative of you. It's ruled by Mars, is the Tower. Okay, the god of war and disruption and all that type of thing. But it's important because from the ashes, you can actually transform as well. So it's a really important week to focus on transformation. Whether that's leaving a humdrum, boring life. You know, maybe you've been doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, oh, this is so repetitive. I need a little bit of, I need a little bit of difference, a little bit of divergence within my life. So therefore, I'm going to have to create a little bit of a shift, because this is a shift, and I'm going to, in order to kind of rebuild things again. So this is all about just rebuilding the structure, and I think that the focus for the week might be on that with the Tower energy. It's movement and it's shift. All right, so it's creating a shift and it's movement. Let's have a look at the past concerning this Tower. In the past, Aries, some of you guys experienced the Four of Cups. So there you go. There was a sense of discontentment. The Four of Cups means, yeah, I do have, and in a way, this reminds me of the Four of Swords, the way that they've depicted the Four of Cups on this particular deck. All right, this person sits amongst 4 cups. So some of you guys, there was a lack of action here, but also the Four of Cups, just as a general kind of wording, means discontentment. And some of you guys, Aries, did feel discontented. You didn't feel satisfied with what you had. You were very selective and you were very slow to kind of make decisions with that Four of Cups energy showing here. There was a sense of boredom for some of you guys with that Four of Cups energy, because that's the energy that comes along with the Four of Cups. Dissatisfaction, boredom. And sometimes, people say, oh, well, you're not counting your blessings and stuff. Bullshit. It's not always about not counting your blessings with the Four of Cups. Sometimes it's literally something is in your life, something, you've got stuff in your life, but it's not emotionally satisfying you. It's not fulfilling you. This is a lack of fulfillment, is the Four of Cups energy. So sometimes you just don't feel fulfilled, emotionally wise, because Cups refers to the emotion, and the Four of Cups means emotionally I'm not particularly fulfilled. So some of you guys didn't feel emotionally fulfilled. Could have been with a Leo individual with the Strength energy showing here. All right, some of you guys weren't fulfilled. Some of you guys with the Four of Cups energy, you weren't happy to take the lead. The Strength card means to take the lead. It's ruled by Leo. Sign of self-belief and leadership and confidence and all of that good stuff. So some of you guys weren't happy to take the lead with the Strength card. Or you weren't happy to have to take responsibility, because remember the Lady Strength, the lady on this card is named Strength, and that's the Lion. Now, the Lion is representative of a person, it's representative of a system, it's representative of yourself, an energy within you. But this is all about self-control, okay? But looking at the prior card, this person seems to be discontented. I'm just using the word discontented because really he looks like he's just sitting something out. But I thought with the Four of Cups in the past, there was discontentment here. There was discontentment, Strength energy. But some people would probably think, well, they overcame discontentment. But I don't think that's the case. I'm reading it as this card and then this card as a combination. I think there was discontentment. I think some of you guys didn't want to take the lead in a situation. You didn't want the responsibility. So I do feel that some of you guys weren't happy to take responsibility for someone or something. You might have been discontented or unhappy with a Leo. Or you might have been discontented with somebody who was kind of blocking your light, because the Strength card can mean somebody who's quite powerful. But I get the impression that, and also it might be that some of you guys, because look at his eyes, he's looking down, guys. Some of you guys may not have seen your power as well. Strength means power, and you can see where his eyes are, he doesn't see it. So some of you guys may not have seen your powers, some of you guys may not have been happy to take control, leadership or responsibility of a situation with that Strength energy showing there, okay? Three of Wands energy. So this is all about having the strength to set new plans in action, because you can see here she's setting the bird off. So the Three of Wands is all about making plans for the future, and some of you guys, this is the strength to make those plans. This is the strength to set those new plans in action. And some of you guys didn't see or couldn't see that you had the strength to do this because you're not seeing it, okay? So if I do it as kind of like a sentence, in the past, Aries did not have, Aries was not happy, or did not, I'm going to use the word did not see, because it makes more sense to say it like that. I think some of you guys didn't see. Look, he's got his eyes downcast, he's not seeing anything. You didn't see that you had the strength to set new ideas and new plans into action. All right, so I feel that really looking at those cards together, you guys actually, I think there's a lack of confidence here for some of you Aries, and you shouldn't really be. You're not known for your lack of confidence, really, are you? But you know, you're known as being quite bold and courageous and passionate and feisty. But you didn't see that you had the strength to put a plan of action into place with that Three of Wands energy. Some of you guys didn't feel that you had the strength to transform and move. The Three of Wands is all about emigration, travel and movement. So some of you guys didn't see that you had the strength to transform with the Three of Wands energy, to move, to create some form of a shift. Maybe there was something about traveling or going abroad. But the Three of Wands is also change, because it's transformation. It's moving from one place, whether this is spiritually or physically, to another. What is your thought pattern on that, Aries, going into the 20th to the 26th of May 2019? Well, your thought pattern is going to be concerning this, the Page of Cups. How do you think like a Page of Cups? So you got dreams. Your thoughts are about dreams. Page of Cups is the dreamer in all of us. All right. Page of Cups, if you look here as well, he's drinking. And you can literally see, I think he looks disgusting if you really look close up. He's got water going down or whatever it is that he's doing. And there's other people around him. Can you see? It's an interesting depiction of the Page of Cups, but it almost looks like indulgence here to me. Remember, when you do tarot, you don't always go with a meaning on a card. Don't think that you have to ever do that. Look at those. If you use pictured cards, look at those pictures, because those pictures are going to give you clues and going to tell you shit, right? So thinking concerning this, how do you feel about kind of not seeing that you have the strength to create change, to make a shift, to set new things into action with the Three of Wands energy? Some of you guys not seeing that you have the strength to make new friends or to create a partnership perhaps with the Three of Wands. Possibly it's business related, that type of thing. What do you think of this going into the week? You think, as the Page of Cups energy showing here, maybe this is something to do with dreaming. Maybe this is something, it's interesting. I don't really like their depiction of the Page of Cups, to be honest. This looks like indulgence to me. The Page of Cups is usually very young energy. It's the dreamer energy. It's starting to learn about how you're feeling. It's starting to understand your emotions. It's having a little bit of intuition but needing to build on that. So you're starting to think in terms of the Page of Cups energy showing here. And you've got the Six of Cups as well. Alright. I think that some of you guys, to be honest with you, looking here, I think the thought process is that you're not even thinking of this thing. It looks like a diversion to me, because you're kind of indulging here in the past, because this looks like indulgence to me on the page. Can you see how he's drinking and his friends are like looking at him? Can you see how the girl's got a hand and she's like, give me some, give me some, give me some drink. And he's like, he's drinking it all himself. So this is indulging. He's kind of completely immersed in the wine, which is illusion in a way, because wine gets you drunk. So there's a complete kind of cloud. It's almost like this veil that comes down, and it's almost like with the Six of Cups, you're completely indulging in the past. You're drunk, this Page of Cups energy on the past. So you're not even thinking about this energy, whereby you're kind of with the Four of Cups ignoring and not being able. I think that you can see that you have the strength, but you're ignoring it. I think the Four of Cups is actually saying that you're ignoring that you have the strength. So past energy, Aries is ignoring that they have the strength to create change. Three of Wands, set new ideas into motion. Three of Wands energy, set new plans into motion. But your thought process is, you know what, I don't want to know about that. I'm just going to think. I'm just going to get drunk on the past. I'm just going to indulge in the past. The Six of Cups energy showing here. It's almost like you're looking for a distraction for some reason. All right, because you're drinking on this Page of Cups. Your thought process is this Page of Cups, and he's kind of consuming himself. So your thought process concerning this, you're not even thinking about the foundation cards, the Four of Cups, Strength, and the Three of Wands. It's almost like you're completely ignoring what's going on here, and you're kind of saying to yourself, Aries, you know what? I'm just going to indulge in the past. Six of Cups energy. I'm just going to indulge. And some of you guys are just indulging in playful stuff as well. The Six of Cups, you can see the kids are playing. And here he's indulging in it. You know, you're kind of just surviving on the wine of play and indulgence and fun. It's almost like you don't want to get serious about something here, Aries. You'll do anything to distract yourself from the importance of doing stuff. And that's why you need to focus on the Tower, because you've got yourself in a routine. And it's about breaking away from that. So you've got some of you guys just indulging in, you know, the past, dreams, childhood fantasy with the Six of Cups energy showing up here. And you've got the World energy here as well. Okay. You're indulging in a past life, because the world is life and this is the past. So you're indulging in a past life. Your thought process is seriously just to simply start to indulge, just to kind of drink, indulge. And if we're looking at this guy, he's getting drunk. So he's going to the place of the Seven of Cups, really, and the moon, the place of illusion, where he's completely kind of indulging and really kind of immersing himself. Let's call it immersing with the Page of Cups. So you guys, the thought process, whether you know or not, is to immerse yourself in a past life where you didn't have the responsibility of doing something here because you're afraid. I think there's some of you Aries, you might disagree. Probably a lot of you do. I don't get a lot of thumbs up on my videos because a lot of people disagree, I guess, with what I put out. But that's, you know, I've just learned to accept that and just, you know, the thing with tarot is you do what you want, right? You've got your basis in the cards, it's important, but you always damn well look at those cards. If you use pictured cards, look at the pictures, they'll give you clues. And as I always say, I'm unapologetic for what I think and how I feel, okay? And it's just, that's just the way it is, really. But I do think that some of you guys are actually very much indulging in a past life, but that is really just a distraction from having the strength, having the willpower with the strength energy to launch new plans and ideas. Some of you guys are afraid, you're ignoring it with the Four of Cups. You'd rather kind of think about how things were in the past. And I think the things that you're thinking of in the past, Aries, I think it might be where you didn't have the level of responsibility now, because there's a responsibility to start doing something about your condition, about your situation now, Aries. And I think that some of you guys aren't doing that. I think you're afraid to do it from what I can see on the cards. I think there's a real fear here. So usually when we don't want to do something and we're fearing it, we go immediately to a safe place. And that safe place will be, I like to think about something nice, something that where I don't have to think about. You've got a duty, there's a responsibility here some of you guys have got. And I just get the impression you're not doing it, Aries. What is the universe telling you to do? What's the advice? Universe, Spirit, how can you advise Aries on this situation? Well, the Temperance energy is what you need to prepare. Temperance is also preparation. It's not just about harmonising and balance. Look what the guy's doing. He's preparing a concoction. Alright, or you need to get some guidance here with the Temperance energy. But you need to prepare with that Temperance energy, I feel here. This is also an angelic influence, but it's not telling me that you should be praying. And I certainly don't think you should be waiting for angelic intervention at all on this, because you won't do anything about it. Okay. Let's get the next card on this. What is interesting, we've got 3 cards here, and the advice from the universe for what you need to do is the Temperance energy showing here. So I think that you really need to balance out, or I don't know whether this is actually preparation now. We've got a King of Cups energy here. And then we've got the Moon. Showing here, Aries. So what advice is on these cards? Well, the Temperance energy, you know, and I'm reluctant on this reading really to just say, well, you need to balance out your emotions, and because it's not as easy as saying that. That's not, I don't think that's effective words for anyone, because I think that you are ignoring doing something because you're afraid of doing it. You know, the guidance card is the Moon. So maybe with the Temperance energy, you need to prepare to receive some guidance. Maybe the guidance with the Moon energy is from a King of Cups. somebody who's supportive and helpful with the King of Cups energy. Okay. Temperance is ruled by Sagittarius. It's all about education, long distance travel. But long distance travel isn't just literally physical travel, it's the mind traveling as well. Alright, so this is all about expanding your horizons. So I feel the advice is that you need to, with this temperance energy, focus on gaining knowledge, education with the temperance energy. From an individual in the King of Cups who is supportive, nurturing, helpful, sympathetic and empathic, who can provide with the moon energy, Aries, guidance. Alright? Because the moon, if you look at the moon, it's a massive moon and that's guidance. This is somebody who's empathic, kind-hearted and understanding. And this is all about knowledge. Remember, temperance represents education and knowledge. The other thing to say with this is that not only some of you guys probably need to, because I think that some of you guys need a push. And I feel that there's something that you're not doing here that you should be doing. You've got a responsibility, I think, Aries, for some of you guys. And you're not taking that responsibility. It's not that you're not taking it seriously. You're just trying to put off doing it. But the universe is saying that you need to do... Now, temperance can also be guidance. Or temperance can be healing. And this could be a spiritual healer. Because you've got the spiritual card of the moon. And this is a healer. So perhaps you need to get some healing. Temperance energy. Maybe you need to get some medicine. Temperance energy. Because this is a concoction that is being prepared. From a spiritual, the moon, healer. Spiritual moon, healer, King of Cups. Alright, so guidance. Guidance. Temperance. Spiritual. Moon, healer, King of Cups. So I actually feel that you need guidance really from a spiritual healer for some of you guys. And I think that it makes sense that you would need that because I think you've got a spiritual block. I think you've got a spiritual block. So when I talk about a spiritual healer, this could be somebody who does... I don't think it should be... when I look at these cards... Aries, it doesn't look to me like it's something that can be talked out. I think it can be talked out. I think you need to do two things. Alright, I think number one, you need to talk it out. But I also think number two, you need to massage it out. And you need to literally get some practical, active help. So the King of Cups, in terms of healing and health, he's usually like a therapist. And he does things like Reiki and hypnotherapy and, you know, he does the stones and he does a lot of massages and stuff like that. He's like a spiritual healer. He's going to help you to cleanse yourself because the temperance energy is all about guidance and cleansing. So you need to focus on getting guidance and cleansing through a spiritual healer. This is somebody who's going to help you to remove those negative blocks. Because I do think you got negative blocks, seriously, Aries, I really do, whether you agree with this reading or not. Some of you guys, it will resonate, some not. It's a general, it's just the way it is. You need, and the structure that needs to be broken down is your spiritual block. That's the structure that needs to be broken down with the Tower. That's where you need to be focusing this week. How am I going to break down brick by brick by brick by brick the spiritual blocks that I have literally built up over a period of time? Because you guys in the past, you ignored. You ignored, you wouldn't face with that Four of Cups energy. I think you knew it, but you wouldn't face it. You ignored that you had, I think it's more ignorance with the Four of Cups. So I think that you ignored with the Four of Cups that you had the strength to start setting new plans in motion. Some of you guys ignored that you have the strength to move, to emigrate, to travel, to expand your horizons with the Three of Wands energy. Your thought process, though, and this is where the spiritual block is, Aries, is to immediately to go to your default setting, which is, I'm just going to immerse myself in my past life. Now that past life could be this. You are drinking or you're indulging in something. So your past life could be, and I think it's showing as a past life because the universe knows that you're this. The universe knows that you have moved, you've transformed, especially spiritually. The universe knows that you're spiritually transformed, but you've blocked that spiritual transformation. In other words, the universe knows that you're ready for change. But what you're doing is, it's all about this self-sabotage. I think that you're sabotaging yourself, and that's what I'm seeing in the Page of Cups, Six of Cups, and the World Energy. You're indulging in a past life. Past is the Six of Cups and life is the world. So you're indulging. Page of Cups is indulging in a past life. Your past life is where you didn't know anything. Where you were still kind of at entry level. You were here. But now you're actually here. And you have grown. You have grown, Aries. But this is where you're ignoring it because you're doing it with the Four of Cups. That you have the strength and the willpower to start expanding spiritually, mentally, physically your horizons. But you won't do it because some of you guys, for some reason, you're either afraid to do it or you don't want to take the time to do it and to build this new spiritual life, this change that's going to advance you going forward. And the universe is saying, well, look, you need to focus on breaking down this spiritual block you've got against it, because some of you guys literally have this major block where you just can't move from one position to the other. Even though you're there, it's almost like your body is there, your thoughts are there, but your spirit is not. You know? And I think it is a spiritual blockage. So the universe is saying, well, look, the advice is temperance. Seek guidance, knowledge, healing, education, help, support, temperance energy from a spiritual moon healer, King of Cups. This is someone who's going to help you to unblock because there's something going on. Your mind, you know that you can do this thing. So your mind is already there, but you won't allow it to open up to it. That's the problem. The Four of Cups is all about not allowing your heart to open up to something that is being offered to you. Because you're ignoring that you have the strength to expand your horizons. So 20th to the 26th of May 2019, Aries, needs to be a week where there is a focus on doing this. Breaking down the structure that you have built up. It has to be a week where you do that, because it's not that time is of the essence, it's just that you're wasting time not doing stuff and staying stuck in the past and consistently living as the person that you were rather than the person that you've become, but you're ignoring who you've become. And the universe wants you to kind of sit up and notice the person that you've become, because it wants to see you win and advance yourself. So that's the week. You need to get some spiritual guidance, spiritual help in unblocking some form of energy that is stopping you from being your best self and living your best life. Let's have a quick look at any other energies coming in for Aries. Just put these to the side here. Alright, Universe, Spirit in 5 cards. What are the other energies coming in for Aries? Show me the other energies coming in for Aries, please. Any other energies for the week? So, other things coming in for you, Aries, are the Lovers. Union, togetherness, friendship, agreement, conversation, communication, the Lovers, Gemini, decisions, head over heart, making decisions that benefit you the most with the Lovers energy. So, some of you guys, this is a very strong connection to a King of Pentacles. Okay. Some of you guys are attached. There's an attachment with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn individual, or this could be a business person, or a very strong union with a, with a long-term partner, or it could be even a marriage partner. Some of you guys have a very strong attachment to your possessions as well. King of Pentacles is a product. So this is your sofa. You know, this is your clothing. It's not just a person. King of Pentacles is a product card. So some of you guys, very strong attachment to a product. Some of you guys might be choosing a nice product. You might be buying with this Lover's energy because you're choosing, decision, choosing. This could be a car. wardrobe, sofa. It's a massive purchase. Some of you guys might be choosing a massive purchase as well, or buying a massive purchase. What else can we see for Aries coming in? Okay, so 10 of Wands, spiritual training, 10 of Wands, strong spirit, burdens. But God never gives you anything that you can't bear, 10 of Wands energy. All right, your perseverance is the 10 of Wands. Five of Swords energy. Some of you guys experiencing struggles. This could be with somebody who's quite abusive, somebody who's a gossip, somebody who's two-faced, somebody who's quite bitchy. Might be a bitchy team of people as well. Somebody who's causing problems. The Magician shows up here. Struggles with somebody who's creating conflict, unfortunately. The Magician creates, this is conflict, and this is struggle. So some of you guys may struggle with somebody who's creating conflict. However, I do see strong love with an earth sign potentially, or someone you've been with for quite a while, or this is somebody who is stable, committed and loyal. All right, some of you guys also choosing a nice big product. Could be buying a car or a sofa, or, you know, something that is big. The King of Pentacles is a big product. It's a big purchase. All right. What else are we seeing here? What else are we seeing for Aries? Okay, I do see Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords can be a messenger coming in. Knight of Swords can also be a bit of drama. It's on its own and it's facing off against a card. Let's have a look here. Okay, some of you guys, what the fuck's going on here? You got drama going on with the King of Cups. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian individual, potentially. Could be a sister, could be a brother, could be a lover. But I am seeing, you got two kings in this. So I'm seeing love with one king and drama with another person here, a King of Cups. Okay. Some of you guys, though, driven by emotion. When you get a card behind the Knight of Swords, this is what he's driven by. So either you're having drama with an individual, or you're driven by your emotions, with the Knight of Swords and the King of Cups energy showing here. What else have we got here? The High Priestess, your intuition. Also, this is Tarot reader, spiritualist, clairvoyant. High Priestess energy showing up here. And the Empress, both together. I'm not really seeing this combination together. Okay, but the Empress is all about creativeness, creativity, creating. Okay, High Priestess, if you look at her, I'm just looking at the picture. Some of you guys, intuition to create. Intuition is the High Priestess to create something here. It's time. She's about to give birth, so it's time to create. So your intuition might be telling you it's time to create something here. It could also be the shadow self. So the High Priestess is what is hidden, but the Empress is showing something that's coming out. Something is hidden, something that is hidden with the High Priestess being birthed. So something that is hidden, that's literally starting to come out and starting to show with the High Priestess. That's how I look at those two cards. You can explain it whichever way you want anyway. Some of you guys using your spiritual gifts to create something new as well with the High Priestess. And the Empress. Empress is all about creating, and the High Priestess is all about your spiritual gifts to create something new. It might be something in tarot if you work as a tarot reader or something like that. And I think Aries, this could be you. No, sorry, Taurus, I think. It's Taurus and Libra rules the Empress. Sorry, I don't think it's Aries. Five of Cups. Some sadness, giving up on something here, loss. I think for some of you guys, your intuition is starting to give rise to something here. I don't know what this is. The Five of Cups is loss. Okay. This is loss. This is sadness. This is unhappiness. I don't know whether there's unhappiness with a couple of people here as well. I mean, you have got, you know, to be honest with you guys, somebody, you're struggling. Some of you guys are. It looks like there is a conflict that's being created here. Somebody's conjuring up. The Magician is a conjurer. So somebody's conjuring up conflict, struggles. Somebody is causing trouble. Magicians are cause, effect, and conjurers. So struggles. Somebody's conjuring up Five of Swords energy. Somebody's causing trouble. So this is cause, and this is trouble. So struggles. 10 of Wands. Somebody's causing trouble. It could be some of you guys are deciding and accepting that there's a lost friendship. It might be with two people here. It might be a High Priestess and Empress. Some of you guys are sad, but you're giving up on a friendship. I get the impression that these two actually, besides the other things that I said, I get the impression that these might be two people that you're deciding to give up. It might be that it's these two people that are involved in causing conflict. And I get the 10 of Wands here, which is fire sign anyway. You Aries, you're struggling with somebody who's causing problems. It might be this person's causing problems between you and two others. And if that's the case, you might be deciding to let 3 people go. Not you, but you're letting 3 people go. Whoever the Magician is, as well as the High Priestess and that Empress as well. So you might be deciding to let a group of people go, a group of friends grow. It looks to me like you've got somebody causing problems. However, I am seeing love, strong love with an individual, possibly also buying a massive product as well. However, we do have as well drama with a Knight of Cups. It could actually be that you've got drama with 3 people. Drama coming in. King of Cups, sorry. A High Priestess and an Empress. So you might have drama with 3 people coming in. And can you see how the 3 cups is downwards? You decide to give all 3 up. There's 3 people here. King of Cups, High Priestess, and Empress. And this is you, I think. Knight of Swords. You've got drama with those 3 people. And you're deciding to give this up. Probably because one of them is causing a huge amount of problems and conflict within the group, and it's bringing a great deal of pressure. Saving grace, though, is strong love with someone here, or buying a nice product. Lovely. Finally, I don't mean to make these readings so long, I really don't, but it's just sometimes it's the way it turns out. Sorry guys, I know you like them shorter. Universe, Spirit, finally, what is the spiritual advice you have for Aries? Spiritual advice you have for Aries. Take time to breathe. That's your spiritual advice. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease knowing you're here. Probably take time to can you see how she's on her own? She's healing, there's rest, there's respite. So just take some time out, probably from people. Especially in the cards that we've just seen that you don't necessarily get along with. Alright, that is your reading, guys. The 20th to the 26th of May 2019. If you'd like to order a private reading with me, just go to the comment section. You can click on the link and you can order a reading there. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for your time, Aries. Love you, babes. Bye, Barbies. Bye.